Yeah. Now? Okay.
Yes.
Deputy Speaker, Chairman Sir, I was carefully listening to my friend Sri Anand Sharmaji's presentation. When my colleague Bhupendra asked him to refer to the relevant para, he was telling my next colleague, that means his advocate, Kapil Sibalji, will be referring to that. Fine, no problem. But the issue is, does the Congress party has any moral right to raise this issue? That's one issue. Because there is a very odd saying outside. I don't know whether it's parliamentary or unparliamentary. You have to guide me. It's like a devil's quoting scriptures. Because it is the party which has misused Article 356 umpteen number of times, around 90 to 100 times only. 100 times only. In that, some 4 or 5 may be justified, but in all others. And such party is now giving us sermons about using and misusing Article 356. I know what to speak now. You please sit down. You have confidence in your leaders. They have the capacity.
Please listen, don't disturb.
You don't worry. You have come just now and you want to teach us lessons. Please try to understand. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Sit down.
It would be
Sit down.
when all this...
All right. Okay, I will go through that. Sit down.
Sir.
No, please. No, please.
I always welcome new members,
Yeah.
but they should follow the rules and should not try to preach to others. Yeah. I'm happy. That's what I said.
No.
I have all the love and affection for any new member.
You cannot interrupt
because
like
once
that.
upon a time, even I was a new member. I carefully listened.
He cannot interrupt also. He cannot interrupt. It is not one-way traffic. He can interrupt and minister cannot react.
Yes.
If he interrupts, minister will react. Sit down, that's all.
I have not said anything
also
on my own without any provocation. Huh? If somebody tried to disturb me and then tell me how to behave, how to respond,
No.
with my limited knowledge, I have said it. Sir,
sit down.
Sir, we have the judgments of the courts also. Sir, it cannot be like a king can do no wrong. It cannot be like king can do no wrong. That they don't do any wrong and anybody says something, they will object.
Down.
This is not a fair method. This is not the spirit of democracy. Sir, let us see what the Sarkaria Commission has said. The important recommendation of the Sarkaria Commission, which went into the whole gamut of center-state relations, while recommending the Article 356 should be used very sparingly. In extreme cases, as a measure of last resort, when all available alternatives fail to rectify a breakdown of the constitutional machinery in the state, it is observed this alternatives may be dispensed only in the case of an extreme urgency, where failure on the part of the Union government to take immediate action under Article 356 will lead to disastrous consequences. So this is what is relevant today. The Commission report also mentioned Article 356 was used sparingly in the initial years. In the initial years, it was invoked 12 times up to 1967. And they had absolute majority and there was no problem of any other state government in any other state. The problem started from 1967 onwards. So the first casualty, Mr. Rangarajanji, the first casualty was your dear leader, the EMS Namboodiripad.
He is not yielding.
Yes, please.
He is not yielding.
You please quote Sarkaria Commission fully.
He is not yielding.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
If the chair allows, up to tomorrow evening, I will be going on reading the Sarkaria Commission recommendations because its values are very this thing.
No,
let the chair decide.
You are speaking at that time. You can reply.
Yeah,
Sit down.
Yeah, and you can speak better than me to defend the dismissal of Namboodiripal's government at that time by your friendly Congress party. Sir, 12 times up to 1967. It was resorted to as many as 62 occasions between 1967 and 85. The very first occasion of the use was in Punjab for resolving internal crisis in the ruling party, contained the seeds of future implications. It rose to a crescendo in 1977, again in 80, when the 9 states president rule was imposed. The report noted. Sir, why I am saying this is, it is not first time that Article 356 is used. It is not first time that any central government have intervened in a particular situation in the state. This is the point I want to make. So Congress party having done all this, whether it is EMS Namboodiripad or with the rate Namboodiripad or rate N.T. Ramarao or the number of chief ministers like that, they all became casualties because of your political consideration. You could not digest the mandate of the people. When NTR was elected by massive majority, you dismissed him while they enjoyed majority. The entire country wrote. No, first by your political brother-in-law, because he joined your party later. He was a close right-hand associate of N.T. Ramarao, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, and then later he went with you politically, and then along with the support of the then Governor Ramlal, he was pulled down, and we were all there, instrumental, myself, Jaipal Reddy and communist friends and all together. We fought back, and then NTR came back. Sir, the truth is unpalatable sometimes, not palatable. What can I do? My point is, sir, now coming to Arunachal. Sir, let us see what has happened in Arunachal. Sir, you had majority. People have elected your government. So Nawam Tuki, he takes charge as CM of Arunachal Pradesh on November 1st, 2011. Sir, how the problem started? It is not because of BJP, it's not because of anybody. Mr. Tuki drops State Health and Family Welfare Minister Kariko Pal during the cabinet reshuffle. That's how the problem started. Why is the role of our government in this? And then in 2015, Mr. Pal alleges financial mismanagement within the government. Congress expels him. Without understanding what he is saying, they have expelled him. Then, sir, the new governor came, 5th assembly session was concluded. After that, the MLAs, they met and said that we lost confidence in our leader, the Congress MLAs. The Congress party did not act. And later, sir, they also moved a no confidence motion against the speaker. Then they wanted a trial of strength. What the spirit of the constitution is, my friend Anand Sharmaji was quoting the spirit of the constitution, it should be left to the assembly to decide. Yes, if the assembly meets, it can decide. But the assembly was locked. MLAs were not allowed. And assembly was postponed to January. No, my point, the day when you lose members, you are supposed to resign or call for the assembly. You called it in January. Sir. No. I agree, sir. I'm coming to the fact. Governor orders summoning of the 6th session of the assembly.
Intervention. Minister can always intervene.
Well, Nareshji knows it, but you should also have. You don't want to leave the field between Congress and BJP. Always he wants a role for the other parties. Also, it's good one way.
That's good.
Sir, the governor orders summoning of the 6th session to meet on January 14th, 2016. Sir, the same month, Anandji, Congress MLAs demand removing the Deputy Speaker. They moved a resolution to remove the Speaker. The governor orders for the trial of strength to decide whether the Speaker is having majority or not, or Deputy Speaker is having majority or not. The governor orders advancing the assembly session from 14th January to December 16th. That is the issue, contention. Does the governor have the power? The point is, sir, if you go by the judgments, or if you go by the Sarkaria Commission recommendations, or if you go by S.R. Bommai case, the trial of strength has to take place on the floor of the House, I do admit. If the government, if the cabinet, if the Council of Ministers, who lost majority, do not call the assembly up to 6 months, because 6 months time is allowed, what is the remedy? No remedy at all. 6 months, a government which has lost majority should be allowed to continue and do all sorts of things, natural and unnatural, constitutional and unconstitutional. That is the issue. That's why governor mandated by the constitution, he has ordered preponement of the assembly session. What is the difficulty? You had numbers. You should have accepted. And now you are saying, no, we had numbers. You disqualify MLAs. Before conducting trial of strength, instead of accepting the governor's recommendation, you disqualify MLAs. Sir, the Uttarakhand and Arunachal, a new precedent has been set up in the country. New practice for anybody. Whoever loses majority, disqualify others, your opponents. Then you will have majority. You disqualify others, sir, you will have majority. That is the moral of the Arunachal, that is the moral of the Uttaranchal, which my friend Anand Sharmaji is saying everybody should follow. We cannot accept this. The fact is that the trial of the strength has to be taken.
What is the constitutional provision for a split to take place? Which party will your party not take action? If your few MPs were to get up, what will you do? And what will your Prime Minister do? I would like to hear from you. Do you respect the constitutional provision or not? About 10th schedule is very clear about it.
Sir, any party MLA rebelling or opposing the party line, the party has got every right to suspend him, every right to expel him. I am not quarreling. I am not quarreling. You can expel him, you can take him back, like you have taken back in Arunachal. You first expelled him, and then you tried the other man. He could not muster majority. Then you sacrificed him, and then you brought Paul back. And yesterday, of course, you dropped him. You should have been aware of the consequences. Yesterday means there was again cabinet reshuffle where he was dropped according to the newspaper reports, if I am right. My point is that is not relevant. What is relevant is if a good number of MLAs, they say that we don't have confidence in this leader, normally what we do, whether the party takes care of it or if it becomes public and goes to the court of the governor advises them, right, prepone the assembly, have trial of strength and prove your majority. That's what the governor did, but you did not accept it. And now, I don't want to argue at length because facts are there, any number arguments are over also now. The point is, sir, now you are quoting court. Court has said it. I am not disputing that. I am not here to comment on court. There are legal remedies. Sir, the entire parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, unanimously passed a NJAC. The court has struck down it. The court has struck down it. That's the court's prerogative, but it's our prerogative to approve a legislation. We have approved it. The trial of the strength neither can be decided outside in the Raj Bhavan or outside or by the court. It has to be decided on the floor of the House. A new Chief Minister was sworn in and Chief Minister proved his majority on the floor of the House, and then you say, no, old Chief Minister has proved his majority in Assembly. This is something new, which was unheard. And now the situation is, okay, that has been agreed upon. Governor has said, okay, come and prove your majority. Without proving your majority, your Congress Chief Minister, he has resigned and went away. That means, prima facie, he lost a majority earlier. This is what we have been saying. Had you taken appropriate action at an appropriate time, this situation would have arisen at all, would not have arisen at all. So basically, it's your creation. It's your problem. We were compelled to enter into this because there was a constitutional breakdown where the assembly was locked and where the person who lost the majority was not accepting to go by the constitution, by the directive of the governor. That's why the central government has to intervene. According to the Sarkaria Commission, according to 356, spirit of all the judgments also, that is the position. Otherwise, we have no intention. We know what happened in Arunachal earlier also. We know what happened in Arunachal. You will come to know what will happen in Arunachal in future also. I am not here to argue in favor of this. Huh? No, we have not planned anything, sir. We have not planned. The Speaker resigns. The Speaker also resigns. And then the Deputy Speaker disqualifies. And then the Deputy Speaker says Speaker decision is illegal. And one man locks the Assembly. And other man do not agree to prepone the Assembly session. All these wonderful things have happened. That's why this has happened, sir. And rebel MLAs, they meet outside. Who are those MLAs? Your MLAs only. There is an advantage for the congressmen, sir. They go out, they come in. While going, they are saying, we are unhappy. While coming back, they say, so, Amma se bahar gaya, Amma ke paas wapas aa rahe. Aapka Amma nahi, not your Amma. Amma means not Congress, don't take it that way. Amma means mother's party, that's our Matru party. Parent party, sorry. Parent is again in English. It gives a male. Amma means mother organization. No? We call it as mother organization. So this is the facility you have, this is the flexibility you have. That is part of democracy also. So now the court has given some order, it has been respected, and you have followed it also in spirit because you have realized that your man did not have majority. You made him to resign. He resigned, and the person who had majority, he is now sworn in. He is ruling the state. So how can you blame it on us. The second issue is about Uttarakhand, sir. In Uttarakhand also, this is again your internal problem. We have no role whatsoever in it. We have no role, and moreover, this was all by your own hardcore congressmen, the original congressmen. You are talking of 130 years. I don't agree with that. That was the original Congress, National Congress. This is a National Congress. Both are different. What the new Congress? Congress I. This is Congress I. That has nothing to do with that Congress. That is the original Congress which fought for the freedom of the country, where all Indian National Congress, while all shades of opinion were part of that movement. We will come to it a little later in some other discussion. Sir, here the rebel MLAs of the Congress party, including the former Chief Minister, not an ordinary person, huh? Now reformer. Sir, Chief Minister and 9 other MLAs, they have rebelled for whatever reason it is. You will agree with me that we have no role in that. It is your internal problem. And then as you could not resolve the internal problem, as your leadership could not inspire them to be in their party, they were adopting various methods, and they met the governor and told also that they have no confidence in the speaker. BJP, I'm telling you, the BJP also, as you make no. Anandji, I need not go into the details of who brought whom and all. They make common cause. Sometimes our friends make common cause with you. That do not mean they always support you. They are critical also. Whenever there is a trouble, sir, the Communist Party is ready to make common cause with the Congress Party. And they have a common minimum program also, which they broke and then fell apart also earlier. We are all aware of it. Sir, the speaker, sir, let us have some repartee.
No, listen, please.
Be sportive. Why do you get...
Listen, please.
Yeah.
Listen,
sir,
please.
Sir, yes, sir, there was a wholesale defection earlier in Arunachal. Wholesale. Because the anti-defection law says you cannot defect in parts. So if it is a wholesale defection, then they first said defection. Then they said it is affection, we are going back. I was the president of the party at that time, during that period, when Mr. Gagang Apang was the chief minister of Arunachal. He came wholesale, they came to us, and wholesale they went back. I asked him what is the defection? No, sir, it's affection this side earlier, now affection that side now. And they did it with perfection. With the change of the government this side and that side, they made that art of a defection and justified it also. So today, coming to Uttaranchal, March 18th, the BJP's MLAs, as rightly said by Anand Sharmaji, and also the rebel MLAs have moved a no-confidence motion against the speaker, so and so, and deputy speaker also. After the speaker, according to BJP, has unconstitutionally shown the appropriation bill as passed. See this. Who will decide whether the bill is passed or not? The chair decides. Chair is chair, no? I am not challenging him. That normally you do it in the mornings, but I don't do it in time. Today also you did it. Sir, the chair has put that to vote. And then declared that it has been approved, finance, appropriation bill. Sir, for 7-8 days, the speaker did not communicate the same to the governor, that the appropriation bill was passed. And then as the date was fast approaching, as the MLAs came and represented to the governor, that they have not voted in favor of it. And then as they were disqualified also, then a situation arisen where we received a report from the governor that there is a constitutional breakdown, the appropriation bill is not passed. If the appropriation bill is not passed before the set date, what will happen? It's everybody's knowledge, and there won't be any money available even for the salaries of the employees also to run the system also. That being the case, there the center stepped in. And then imposed, kept the assembly in suspended animation, did not dissolve, would not also, because our Bombai's case judgment is there. So in the assembly in the suspended animation, what is your problem? Now, on one hand, you say something in Arunachal, contrary to that, you argue other thing in Uttaranchal. How Arunachal and Uttaranchal Sir, they have changed the legal position. I am not able to understand. The country also is eagerly churching it, discussing it across the country at various forums. What is this? Here the speaker disqualifies and the court says disqualification not valid. There the speaker disqualifies and then conducts the test afterwards and then declares, if you disqualify, sir, here also in this house, any time, any time here, that is also surprising now. Sir, any time here, if the government is in minority on a particular issue and using the chair and then disqualifies others, then say bills are passed. Only Mr. Derek Oberon can talk out and then walk out. At the end of the day, the numbers are not there, you cannot do anything. It's only, you can only say protest, you can explain your position, but numbers is the question. I don't have that much knowledge like our friend, grand friend Kapil Sibalji and others. To go to Supreme Court and argue, and you reader did not give me that advantage because I studied law, wanted to practice. Next day I was put under MISA. I was inside jail for 17.5 months. I changed my course and then came here, finally landed here. Thanks to madam also, not original madam.
Now you feel it is better.
Who put me in jail during emergency? That's a political reason. Sir, now coming to the issue.
So now you feel it is better?
Yes.
You feel it is better now?
Yes, I'm feeling better, sir. And what was the crime I have committed? The crime, according to the case, MISA, was that I invited Jayaprakash Anand to the university, being a student. I don't express regrets even today for inviting Jayaprakash Anand, the great revolution leader who is responsible for a social change across the country, who has upheld the democracy. So I remember now, because Anandji has reminded me that those days. When you talk of democracy, please remember 1975-77. You put all opposition behind bars, and now you disqualify opposition. There you have put all opposition behind bars and got to a constitutional amendment passed. Here you disqualified opposition MLAs and then get your confidence motion passed. What is this? Is it an example we are placing before the country? That is the question I want. That is the reason why I am intervening. On one hand, you have used and misused Article 356 91 to 100 times. Dismissed, murdered, whatever language you are using, the popular elected government. And now our government is forced to take these steps both in Uttarakhand and Arunachal because of our internal problems, while you yourself has created a constitutional situation which has been exposed and vindicated also subsequently, where the Chief Minister has to resign before seeking trial of strength. In spite of being given opportunity to be a Chief Minister, he resigned. So that's the precisely point, sir. So let us not try to score political points. What I am trying to say is we have to respect the Constitution. We have to keep in mind the spirit of the Article 356. We have to follow the recommendation of the Sarkaria Commission, but rule cannot be one to me and the other to you. And you cannot have a posture like king can do wrong, no wrong, whatever we have done is right, whatever you do is wrong. Secondly, Congress Mukta Bharat. We never said Congress Mukta Bharat. We want a party like Congress to be our main opposition so that we will be always benefited. What our leaders... Yes, if I do wrong, it's wrong. Right, रमेश जी, नहीं, हैबिचुअल ऑफेंडर्स के बारे में आपने क्या किया वो देखना पड़ेगा, जाके फिर बाद में हम लोग भी उसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा. आई सी द पॉइंट विच यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक. सर यहाँ मुझे yes, we always remember what we have done and we try to learn lessons from the others. That also I agree. But only thing is, sir, आजकल देश में चर्चा हो रहा है, जिनको कुर्सी के ऊपर बिठाया उन्होंने बहुमत सिद्ध नहीं कर पाया, भाग के चले गए. जिनको हटाया वो पहले अपना बहुमत सदन में स्थापित किया है. एक विचित्र स्थिति, इसके बारे में भी देश में चर्चा हो रही है. आप सबको समझ में आया होगा, मैं अरुणाचल के बारे में बता रहा हूँ. और दूसरा, ये एक नया सिद्धांत हम देश के सामने रख रहे हैं. Anandji is asking me, Venkaiah Naidu should answer this. I do agree. I want the entire House to answer this. If a speaker disqualifies the people when he is facing a no confidence motion, there is no remedy. If a speaker sits on a judgment for months and years together about a petition moved for disqualification of any member, is there a remedy? There is a need to have a debate across the country, cutting across party lines. Because now you are also seeing what is happening in different parts of the country. This is a lesson we have to draw now. This is the question that is agitating my mind. I thought today is the appropriate occasion to share my thought, which is agitating me, with other colleagues, where the speaker is final as far as the conduction of the House is concerned. As far as the majority of the House, as far as the qualification or disqualification of the member, there has to be some other mechanism to be evolved with our common discussion. सर शेड्यूल में क्या है आपको भी मालूम है और शेड्यूल के अनुसार हो रहे हैं नहीं हो रहे आप भी देख रहे हैं मैं भी देख रहा हूँ क्या हुआ अलग अलग स्टेट्स में वो हमारा उत्तर प्रदेश का मित्र हंस रहे उत्तर प्रदेश में पहले क्या हुआ पहले हमारा जमाना में बाद में क्या हुआ अभी क्या हो रहा है अलग अलग प्रदेशों में इसके बारे में देश भर में इफ यू जस्ट वांट टू अवॉइड द डिस्कशन फॉर कन्वीनियंस ऑफ योर पॉलिटिकल कन्वीनियंस आई डोंट वांट टू आई हैव नो क्वारल विद देम बट द फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर इज this is agitating the minds of the people. The speaker's power is within the House, according to me. And the majority or minority has to be decided on the floor of the House. And thirdly, speaker or governor or anybody, chief minister, has to follow the constitution, the spirit of the constitution. If that is not done, then there will be a problem in the country. Keeping that in mind, we have to learn lessons. We also learn lessons. You also learn lessons. Let us all work together towards evolving a common this thing. And then talking about governors, appointment, political agents and all. Sir, हम भी बचपन से कहते रहा गांधी भवन राजभवन को गांधी भवन बनाया कांग्रेस वाले ऐसा हम भी कहते रहा. Right from my student days. Gandhi Bhavan means not Gandhiji Bhavan. Gandhi Bhavan is normally earlier all Congress officers used to be called as Gandhi Bhavan. Now you have forgotten, that's a different matter. But those days, wherever there is a Congress office, even in my town, Nellore also, my late friend, former Chief Minister, Janardhan Reddy. Then in Nellore it is Indira Gandhi Bhavan now. After, in Hyderabad it is Gandhi Bhavan, Nellore it is Indira Gandhi Bhavan. If you want, Rameshji, now that you have become MP from our place, let us go together and see also. I can host you one day in my native place. There won't be any problem. In spite of our differing ideas and all, we commonly discuss many issues. We come to conclusions and sometimes we fail to come to conclusions like the other bill, which you have drafted and taken the credit for drafting that bill. You know what the bill I am referring to. Sir, now one more point, sir, I will conclude with that. So let us not try to score political points. Nothing wrong, but sir, I am trying to respond to you. After having, no, see, after having recalled all this, proving that you also did wrong. So don't put an accusing finger this side. सब लोग अंतर्मुख होके व्यवस्था में क्या परिवर्तन लाना चाहिए, कैसा इसको सुधारना चाहिए, इसके बारे में चर्चा करना, ये मेरा मुख्य उद्देश्य है. इसको केवल यूज करना, थोड़ा सा कुछ दिन के लिए आपके पास यहाँ संख्या ज़्यादा है, इसलिए आप 4 लोग बोले तो वही बहुमत है, ऐसा नहीं. और आपके पास बहुमत नहीं है लोकसभा में, इसलिए कि लोकसभा का महत्व कम होगा, लोकसभा में आपके पास मेजॉरिटी तो क्या है, ये भावना भी अच्छा नहीं. आफ्टर ऑल इट इज ए elected house also. And it also represents the will of the people. This is the house of the people. This has got its own importance. At the same time, the spirit of the people, their mandate is reflected in the general elections. That's what we all have been saying all the days. So the will of the people is to this government, to this leader, to Modi. We believe in cooperative federalism. We want to take the states along with us. And we said Team India spirit. We are following the Team India spirit. You please cooperate. You set right your house in order, your party. Inspire confidence. Most of the problems will be solved. Other problems, together, we can sit together and resolve those problems. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Shri Prabhat. Point of order.
Point of order, sir, 261. I did not want to disturb the senior minister because he was in such full flow with such wonderful humor, so I didn't want to spoil the flow. since he was having a good discussion, one angel discussing with the other
Yeah,
angel.
no, tell me
Sir,
what's the
point
point?
out 261. Sir, only two phrases. I'm not fighting with anybody, sir. He used two phrases, devil preaching scriptures, devil quoting scriptures. These are both unparliamentary. Please expunge them. Thank you, sir.
Sir, find a equivalent parliamentary word, guide me. I have no problem with trying them, but the message has to be conveyed.
I will examine. I will examine.
Mr. Venkaiah Naidu's renomination is over, sir. I don't know why he is so aggressive now, sir.
That is an insinuation.
He is renominated, sir. He is renominated.
See,
Progressive, while being progressive, I try to be aggressive to convince others like you.
Sri Prabhadja,
उपसभापति महोदय
eh?
बीजेपी की तरफ से वेंकैया जी
No, minister intervention is not in that.
टाइम को
Time action करेगा.
बीजेपी के टाइम से गया है
No, ठीक है, but
अब समाजवादी पार्टी के नंबर
no, sorry. Ministers was intervention, so let me go by that.
तो टाइम नहीं कटना
Time,
चाहिए
आपका time आपको देगा, don't worry.
बीजेपी का टाइम नहीं कटना चाहिए
I will examine that. Now, Sri Prabhadja.
नॉर्मली वेंकैया जी को मैं बहुत अरसे से जानता हूं और मीठा खा के आते हैं। मैं आज पूछना चाहता हूं कि आज ये खा के क्या आए थे? नॉर्थ कर्नाटका में सबसे फेमस जो है मिर्चें तेज है, लगता है पिछले ये बेलगांव वगैरह हो के आए। हालांकि बेलगांव के हमारे एमपी हैं, वो मिठाई खाते हैं, वो नहीं खाते हैं, तो वहाँ की वो आज मिर्चें खा के तो नहीं आए। हर आदमी जो टोक रहा था उसको ये दो डबल टोक रहे थे।
आप उनको मिठाई दीजिए, हैं? वो खाएगा।